From Big 12 Media Days at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Guerin, Emig, Tulsa World sports columnist here with Frank Bonner, beat writer covering the Oklahoma State Cowboys. We saw Mike Gundy, and saw and heard from Mike Gundy, Malcolm Rodriguez, and quarterback Spencer Sanders. Today it was OSU's turn on stage. Frank, standout, I believe, was the quarterback. A lot of attention on Sanders as he approaches year 3.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to year 3. We've seen some ups and downs from him in the last 2 seasons, and I think the biggest takeaway is Gundy talking about how in the last 2 months he's seen more progression out of Sanders than he has his whole career. And for OSU teams still looking to get into the Big 12 title game, I think your quarterback has to be playing some of his best football, and it sounds like Gundy believes that could be the year for Sanders.
OSU doesn't have Chuba Hubbard anymore or Tylan Wallace. Sanders, though, did mention receivers and running backs. He expects to step up and help fill that void. L.D. Brown at running back, Tay Martin maybe at wide receiver, and not Dylan Stoner, but Braylon Presley wide receiver B, maybe the more obvious names.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody got to see what Presley could do in that title game against Miami, in the bowl game against Miami, and then Tay Martin, the experienced receiver. And I think the biggest thing in terms of that, especially with the running game, is the fact they're going to have a healthy offensive line. I think a healthy offensive line makes for a really good running game with the different running backs that they have, and that opens up the play-action pass and things for Spencer Sanders. And so if they can get that running game going, It should help everybody else.
Defense has a lot of names back, but you still want to see development there, and I thought it was sort of symbolic that Malcolm Rodriguez showed up 10 pounds heavier. If it's possible for the former Wagner star to look even more fit, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's going to go into this year and knock some heads off, and I think that's indicative of the confidence of that defense and what they feel they can do coming off of last year. And Rodriguez is going to be one of the leaders of that defense with that linebacker group and him coming back for that extra year. So if the defense can stay as strong as they were last year, it should be a pretty good year for OSU.
Little less pressure on this year's team, probably. I mean, everyone thought they were right on OU's heels a year ago, picked second, right? But they were sort of in the position Iowa State is in now, as a team that everyone expected to challenge Oklahoma a year ago. This year, preseason number 4 behind OU, Iowa State, and Texas. Does it take a little bit of the pressure off, you think?
I think it does. I mean, they went into last year talking about how they wanted to compete for a national championship. You don't hear those type of sentiments this year. Not to say that they're not saying that in the locker room, but looking at the preseason rankings and stuff, I think they're in a pretty good position expectation-wise because you don't have that pressure and you guys can just go out and play a little bit more freely. But I do think that they're still chasing Iowa State and OU.
You're right about Sanders. I've got Mike Gundy, Eric Bailey, Mason Young, and Ian Maule also here working hard for you. So please read our material at TulsaWorld.com and as you pick up the Friday morning newspaper, as I know you will, in your driveways.